And a welcome everyone to the Riverside County Board Brief. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in this afternoon as we sum up and give you a brief look at what happened during today's Board of Supervisors meeting. Now we start off this show as we actually step outside the board chambers. Let's show you video from earlier today just outside the County Administrative Center, the CAC as we like to call it, as our friends from Livestream were on hand for a big blood drive here. It started at 9 a.m. and in fact, if you're watching us live, you can come on down until 3 p.m. and make a donation as well. In fact, there's our public information officer, Brooke Federico, giving blood this morning. And again, such a worthy cause. Blood is needed in desperate ways across our healthcare system, especially in hospitals right now. So if you have the time and the ability and the desire, please head on down and donate the gift of life, as they call it, donate blood. Now, back here inside the chambers, we also had a presentation for National Blood Donor Month. Let's take a look at some of that video as we had Dr. Michael Masiska from the Riverside University Health System joining us for a special presentation and proclamation for, again, National Blood Donor Month. And Dr. Masiska talked about the role that many high schools play in helping get blood donors. High school age students, you have to be 15 and older to donate blood, play such an important role in terms of keeping the blood banks filled. And so he talked about that as well as his own personal experience about donating blood and how it helps. Here is Dr. Michael Masiska.
In closing, blood can work miracles. I could share multiple stories with you, even on my last shift, of a patient whose blood pressure was dropping, his heart was about to stop, and as we called for 6 units of emergency release blood and began infusing him, he went from almost pulseless to awake, alert, and talking to us. Had somebody not donated that blood, I would have had to have watched that patient die right in front of me. Blood is life-saving. I hadn't donated blood since I was in high school until I became aware of this. I was able to donate on a Wednesday, and on a Saturday, Livestream sent me a text and let me know that the blood I had donated was being given to a patient at my hospital and was saving their life. I happened to be out coaching soccer at that time, so what an amazing thing to know that your blood was able to help someone.
And a great message there from Dr. Masiska, again from the Riverside University Health System. Also today during the Board of Supervisors meeting, we had a special retirement ceremony. Let's take a look at some video from that as well. It was the Animal Services Commander, Chris Mayer, his retirement ceremony. A lot of folks in hand, including our friend John Welsh from our public information team, as many gathered up there to celebrate the career of Commander Mayer. He also had a chance to speak about what it meant to lead this department. And here is Animal Services Commander Chris Mayer on his well-deserved retirement.
I just wanted to, first of all, thank the residents of Riverside County for giving me the trust to serve this community. I grew up here. I'm a native of Riverside County. I grew up in the system. The school system, graduating Rubidoux High School, the old original OG Rubidoux High School. So I just thank you, all the residents of Riverside County, for allowing me to serve the community. It's been nothing but a blessing. Any success I've had in this position really goes to the team that I work with, the officers that I work with, the shelter staff that I work with. We all work together for a common goal.
All right, congratulations on retirement. Now, we also had another item on the agenda during the Board of Supervisors meeting for the approval of a new fire station, which is great news. Let's take a look at some video from earlier today as well, as they not only approved this new fire station, but also they took this opportunity to talk with Chief Bill Weiser from County Fire about innovative new ideas on how to come up with the funds to build new fire stations, but also maintain the ones that we currently have. It is very expensive with inflation and building costs. So Chief Weiser was talking to the board today about how they can do that and how they can stay on top of building new fire stations, and again, the ones that we have, keeping them up to date. Here is Chief Weiser.
But the last fire stations that we built, we worked with the city of Eastville. They built one in 2012. That was 5.9 million at that time. And the last county station that was Station 96, and that was 4.6 million. The costs have gone up. We have to pay prevailing wage. And our partners, we will continue to work with our partners in FM as we have to work on these county facilities together.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying. It's a huge cost impact, and we need to do everything we can not to use all those monies. I agree. And as we work together with our ad hoc committee, I look forward to us working on a real standard and a process to give a 5, 10, 15-year plan out to this county on what do we need to build and how do we need to build it. It's very important. This is a huge thing in front of us as we look at our county's expansion and population. Fire's going to having to grow with it, and it's something we need to work on together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Chief Weiser. And finally on this board brief, some big and exciting news for March Air Reserve Base. It is the new preferred destination of the Pegasus tankers. Supervisor Karen Spiegel talked more about this and why this is so important for March Air Reserve Base.
March Air Reserve Base chosen for new tankers and could get protection against closure. I've worked with the BRAC realignment the last couple of rounds with the Norco base as well as March Air Reserve Base. And it is very challenging, the rules and guidelines, and as you have seen over the years, so many bases have been closed. And Norco has its specialty that has allowed it to stay open. And now this has just been a wonderful attribute for March. And this will be a great, hopefully that they approve it, that great choice that the next generation of the Air Force tanker planes be assigned there. And this could just shield this historic base from being closed. And whatever we can do. And
Yeah, very big news for the base. Exciting times for March Air Reserve Base, and thank you to Supervisor Spiegel for sharing during today's Board of Supervisors meeting. The board brief will return next time after each and every Board of Supervisors meeting, so we appreciate you watching. Maybe it's live on Twitter or Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time on the Riverside County Board Brief.